A lot of students have difficulty choosing their major that they want to stick with because it's something that they feel they have to pursue in a career. Um, some students have this problem because they feel the pressure to stay with one major instead of pursuing several majors or be undecided until they have decided what they want to pursue. And there are many pressures into filling requirements, time, and are they going to pursue this for the next 20 years of their life? I've been through 4 major changes between 2 community colleges. I had difficulty knowing the difference between interest and passion. My interests were a lot of things, but my passion I couldn't pinpoint because I had so many interests. I decided to become an A&P mechanic because I had taken all of the technology classes I could take and science classes I could take throughout high school. During my senior year, I was in the auto body repair and refinish class. It was a program through Technology Center of DuPage. This is a hood that I was working on. I didn't get to completely finish it because I then was able to go to a state competition held in Indiana for auto body repair and refinishing. I ended up not choosing auto maintenance or auto body repair as a career choice because I still wasn't sure. I wanted to do engineering, but I wasn't quite sure on that because I wasn't quite sure where my strength was for engineering. But I received many rewards for auto body repair and finishing and senior awards for the auto maintenance program at my high school. This is one. This is another one. This one is directly from the high school. When I decided to pursue A&P mechanics, I was sure I wanted to because being an airplane technician means that you are a technician on all aspects of a plane instead of a car technician, which it really depends, but you don't really see a body shop in the same area where a um, maintenance shop is for many reasons. But more than likely, they're not working in the same space or area. And so this brought interest to me. I decided to move away from A&P mechanics and go into science because I wanted to pursue engineering. After the first year of being in A&P mechanics, going into the second year at RBC, I went into Associates of Science, and then I continued Associates of Science at College of DuPage, and then I changed my major to Associates in Horticulture. Now, Associates in Horticulture is understanding the propagation of plants, not the study of forests and plants. So this was kind of like my interests were everywhere. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Just horticulture sounds interesting. It sounded like something I could start off with as a career, maybe for 5 or 10 years, till I figure out if I want to pursue engineering or just biological sciences overall. I decided to then, after the first semester of horticulture, I decided to no longer pursue going back to school because my interests were everywhere and I didn't know what my passion was. And 5 years later, this past semester, I decided to go back to Rock Valley College and pursue engineering. And I would say that would be my best choice because it was my original interest. And with engineering, you can do a lot with. If you just get an associate's of engineering, you could go into the mechanical field, you can go into the biological field, you can go into any field that you really want. And so I realized by reading this quote by a French engineer. He was actually an airplane engineer, and he said that perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. And I really understand this because there's a difficulty between knowing your passions and knowing your interests. And engineering is something that's very refined, and you can't really take much away from it. And I'm a person that's for interests, so I decided to go with engineering, and engineering has been my best choice, and it will have had always been because I can do those things, and no one should feel like they can't pursue any major or change in any major because they've chosen the one they want in that very moment. Everyone should feel free to change their major and take the time to think about what they want to do and sit down and do for the next 5 or 10 years of their life.